Please be quiet and courteous to others and silence your cell phones now.
What's going on, everybody? I am Swag0 here from the Nerd Coalition, and I am here to give you a movie experience for the movie Witches. Now, Witches is a story by Roald Dahl. I feel like I'm getting his name wrong. But anyway, if you don't know who he is, he made stories like James and the Giant Peach, Matilda, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, all those great books. And now, I had actually never heard this book called Witches. Apparently, it came out in 1983, and I think it was a graphic novel like that. So, we now get an adaptation of this in the movie form. Now, this story follows the boy. Hold on, I actually forgot his name. And you know what's crazy? As I check on IMDb, they literally just put Hero Boy. They didn't even put his name. This story follows Hero Boy as he's mourning the death of his parents. After the death of his parents, he moves in with his grandmother and going through a very long depressive stage until he's, back to normal. As he gets back in the swing of things, he finds an old lady in the store. Now, this old lady happens to be a witch. He tells his grandmother was like, okay, we got to get out of here. We're going to go to this very expensive hotel because there's one thing witches feed on, and that's the poor people. So they go to this hotel only to find out there's going to be a witch convention there. As our hero boy sneaks into the convention, the witches find him and turns him into a mouse. Now, as a mouse, our hero has to stop the witches. That was pretty much it, honestly. Now, if you check on IMDb, it says a young boy and his grandmother have a run-in with a coven of witches and their leader. So without further ado, that was pretty much the basic of the story. I'm going to get into the good, the bad, and the experience. I'm not going to lie, I was pleasantly surprised about this movie. I had a lot more fun than I imagined that I would have with it. In the beginning, I was like, yeah, this is so dumb and cheesy. This feels like a Nickelodeon movie. But the more we got into it, the more I was like, you know what? This ain't as bad. Now, the grandmother is played by Octavia Spencer. She does a great job in this role, as she does with any other roles that she gets in. We also have Anne Hathaway in this movie, who plays a great role as the leader of the witches. She also performs this accent, which was very well, in my opinion. Now, the main character is played by Jazier Bruno. I believe that's his name, or how you pronounce his name. The last place I saw him was on Atlanta. So I don't really know too much of his roles, but I thought he did a great job in this movie. He honestly has a perfect voice for an animated character, and I would like to see him in more animated roles. The effects in this movie were actually, I don't want to say they're top tier, but they were more than average. The mices were very lifelike in their movements and stuff, so I gotta give it to that. Now, on to the bad. Chris Rock was in this movie. He was being the narrator, and I really found no purpose in choosing Chris Rock for this. It was, in my opinion, I really found no reason. It was weird. The witch's motive. In the movie, the witch's motive was to take out all the kids in the world, and I didn't really see a reason why. They were just annoyed with kids. So I never really understood that. Now, to me, the climax of this movie was kind of anticlimactic, only for one reason, and I won't really get into spoilers with that. And now for the experience. Now, I watched this at Flo the Rookie's house. First of all, he has a massage chair and a heated blanket. I was honestly falling asleep on this movie a couple times, but I stayed up. I stayed up because as the story started going along, I was more interested in it. Now, if you want to see this movie, it is on HBO Max. I wouldn't say this was a reason to get HBO Max at all, but the quality was really good. The money they spent on the movie was really good, and I'm assuming this was a movie that was supposed to come out in the theaters. From especially from everything from what it looks like, this was definitely a movie to come out in the theaters. But it did land on HBO Max, and I thought this was a good quality movie to land on HBO Max. It's not like all those straight to on-demand movies you see. Now, with this movie, for me being not bad, with saying that, the movie was okay. I actually had fun watching the movie later on in the movie. Not really the beginning half, but the ending half really started to pick up. And I thought that was great for the movie. With that being said, the best I could give this is a catch it at a barbershop. There will be no reason for me to watch this movie again, honestly. There wasn't anything stand out that I could see for this movie, and I haven't read the book of this, and I feel like there was a lot of stuff that this movie was missing. It just, if something felt out of place, that's the best I could say. Something definitely felt out of place. However, with the ending that this movie had, I could see this going into like a series or like an animated series of sorts, and I would actually check that out, like if like animated shorts or something like that. Now, if you guys seen this movie, make sure you put in the comment section what you guys think. This was a relatively short review. I wasn't gonna go full into details, or if you want to look full in details, that's Miss A&E. I'm not that guy. I give you the quick, just in and out reviews. That's what it should be called if I'm on the show. In and out reviews, not the movie experience. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more of me, I'm usually on Nerd Coalition Level Up, so make sure you subscribe to that channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the review. And if you have any opinions about the review, make sure you leave them in the comment section below. Until then, we'll see you at the movies.